This time I'd like to call to order the Planning and Zoning meeting, City of Lake City, 6 December 2022. Please rise. Recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for Mr. Nelson to lead us in the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your heads. Lord, thank you for your many blessings. Bless our deliberations this day. Give us wisdom to make sound recommendation. We ask for these blessings in your name, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Mr. Angelo, would you please call roll?
Ms. McCullough?
Here.
Mr. Nelson?
Here.
Mr. Cooper is not here. Mr. McMahon?
Here.
Mr. Carter?
Here.
And Mr. Leidy?
Present. We had a little bit of an error we identified at the beginning of this meeting, so we sent around hard copy versions of the meeting minutes from 1st November 2022 regular session. Has everyone had the chance to review that hard copy?
Yeah.
At this time, are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the meeting minutes as presented from our previous session?
Nope.
Hearing none, do we have a motion for their adoption?
Motion to adopt minutes.
Second.
Motion Carter, second Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We have minutes. Very good. Moving to old business. Simultaneously, we're going to be looking at CPA 22-07 and Z 22-06. Petitions are submitted by Dalton Kurtz, acting as agent for Stephen Corbett, owner, amending future land use and official zoning atlas of the land development regulations by changing future land use from commercial to residential high density and changing the zoning district from commercial general to residential multifamily 2 on property described as follows: Columbia County parcel 024630000. This time, Mr. Angelo, would you like to come to the podium and give us some background on this before the proponent comes and speaks with us?
All right, as Mr. Leidy said, this is for CPA 22-07 and Z 22-06. It's for a rezoning and comprehensive plan amendment. The goal is to rezone this to residential multifamily to allow for approximately a 200 unit apartment complex in the future. And then with going through the different area, there is several multifamily developments in the area already, and that will be shown in the staff review.
Brett, anything else to add? Very nice. Do we have a Dalton Kurtz acting as agent to speak on behalf of this petition?
Dalton Kurtz, Project Manager with Norfolk Professional Services.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that to the best of your knowledge, the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Very nice. Your name and your address, legal address of record for Mr. Angelo, please.
Dalton Kurtz, my home address is 21313 180th Street, Live Oak, Florida, 32060. So, as previously discussed, it is going to be an approximately 246 unit apartment complex, and I'm going to turn to page 13 of the packet for the concept plan. It's a little bit better visualization. We're trying to keep it pretty diverse with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. The amount of parking, the amount of buildings is going to necessitate 2 stormwater ponds. And if you turn to pages 15 through 16, you can see the capacities and the different traffic loads that are going to be generated by this. It's all Fairly straightforward stuff. The reason we're petitioning to try to get the land use and the zoning changed, you can't put, residential multi-use family in a commercial zoned district. So if we can get that changed, we would be able to move forward with the design and eventually move on with a site plan submittal. Do you all have any questions concerning this for me?
Just for everyone's benefit, the way our agenda packet's been structured, you're gonna be wanting to look, I believe, at page 7 of your packet. I think it would be drawing 13 in Mr. Kurtz's submittals.
Yeah, this is just what I printed off on the website, so it might have gotten changed.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but looking at the previous page where you have the shaded zoning blocks in there adjacent to the CG you're proposing for an RMF2. Unfortunately, there's not a legend on this graphic, but looking at the posted map on the city's website, immediately adjacent to the southwest corner of this parcel is existing residential multifamily, correct?
Correct.
Any additional questions from members of the board for the agent acting for the proponent? At this time, you may be seated. Is there anyone else in attendance this evening that would care to speak either for or against petition CPA 22-07 or petition Z22-06 as presented by agent acting on behalf of proponent? All right, seeing none at this time, public comment is closed. We have discussion amongst members of the board and representatives of the city.
Looks like the city doesn't have any issues with it, right?
No heartburn for anybody?
Nobody cares about him being there. Sounds like a good thing.
I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need it.
Mm-hmm. And I do have to say, it was very nice seeing in the package that, I think this is the first time we've seen it in practice, but we had a representative from the school board
Yeah, that was really
chime in and, give a assessment of what this is gonna do to the local school district, putting that many units over on that side of town.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was new. Do we need to approve one before the other, both at the same time, any of those sort of things, or vote to approve?
Apparently, we can we can vote on them simultaneously. That was the guidance that Mr. Angelo had been given in consultation with some of the powers that be. I know in the past, under some previous directors of growth management, they wanted to see them blotted out, but as these are being discussed simultaneously as a single item of business, voting for one means voting for both.
I'd like to make a motion to approve CPA 22-07 and Z 22-06.
Second.
Motion Carter, second Mr. Nelson. Call the roll.
Ms. McCollum,
Yes.
Mr. Nelson,
Yes.
Mr. McMahon,
Yes.
and Mr. Carter,
Yes.
and Mr. Lively.
Yay. Very nice, unanimously, CPA 22-07 and Z 22-06 pass. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You actually have to stay for the whole meeting. No, I'm just kidding.
If they gave us an officer, we could chain them to the chair, make sure everyone stays until all of our business is conducted.
Excuse me.
All right, seeing no additional old business from previous meetings and seeing no new business proposed or advertised on this agenda for this meeting, do we have any workshop issues or topics of discussion that the board would like to bring up? Seeing none, do we have a motion to adjourn planning and zoning December 6, 2022?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
McMahon, Carter. All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Very good. E and Z is in the books.